So, it's going to be my reflection video. I'm doing it on the roof in my house in Eugene, where I do most of my reflecting. It's a few weeks after the trip right now. I think everything's due tomorrow, or tonight, excuse me. Yeah, so I just wanted to take a couple minutes to talk about the trip and how I thought it went, and some of the highs and low points for me. I felt like my trip began a little bit before we left for Turkey, just because I'm not from Atlanta, but that was interesting for me because different double culture shock, sort of first going to Turkey and then going to Atlanta and then going to Turkey. That was interesting. I think it's such a different experience for me the entire trip. I've never been in a class situation like that, and I've never been in a, study abroad situation like that, so it's kind of this very odd mixture of situations, like being both business-like and school-like at the same time. I'm neither a business major or communications major, so both aspects of the trip were sort of pushing my limits a little bit, not necessarily pushing them like intellectually, but it's just areas that I've never really concentrated on. So that was interesting, and it kind of opened my eyes a lot to a bunch of different possibilities of work in between the political science and the media and journalism areas. I guess my favorite thing about the trip would probably have had to been all the people we met, especially in Turkey. The Marmara students were hands down amazing, like just absolutely amazing. Like the fact that they put up with us at all was rather shocking to me. Especially a lot of people who weren't necessarily acting what I thought was on their best behavior or how they should. And I mean, basically being translators for us was ridiculous. I would never have imagined doing anything like that before I went there, but now that I did that and they did that for us, I would definitely feel like I would try to do that if I had a chance for somebody who maybe came from a French-speaking area and had no English skills. But that was really cool. I guess that was probably the highlight of the trip, just to see how much they really wanted to help and how nice they were. I guess probably the low point or worst thing on the trip it was just the wear, basically, of being in a business environment every day, 7 days, 10 days straight in Istanbul, and that just wore on me. And it wasn't a bad thing per se, it was a lot harder than I imagined, and especially as soon as I missed one night of sleep, I was just done, and I was super tired for the rest of the trip, and it was really hard to stay motivated and to stay concentrated on getting the project done and having a good time and just doing everything that it would took to be there and to participate. Yes, that being said, those were the only two really hard things, but other than that, it was a really amazing experience, and I really liked Istanbul, and I really liked all the people in Istanbul, but I also really liked Budapest. I felt Budapest was a lot more to my speed than Istanbul was, just because it was a smaller city, and all the people in Istanbul sort of weirded me out. Not in a bad way, but it's just, I'm not a city person, and Istanbul is one of the premier cities of the world where it's just huge, and there's so much going on all the time, and it's cool, but that was a little hard for me as well. And Budapest was a nice change of pace, but overall I really hope I can go back to both of the places, and I really hope I can see more of Turkey. I want to see more of Turkey instead of just the city. But that being said, I think both those places were amazing places, and I was really thankful to have the opportunity to go and to visit those places and to meet with all the business leaders. So I want to thank you guys and hope you all are doing well. It's a good experience.